This is going to be a relatively different episode of Montreal Monday. I'm taking out my good camera. This is the Nikon D800 with a 24-70 2.8 zoom lens on it. It's a great, great photography camera, and it does shoot video, but it's not a good vlogging camera, primarily because of its size. Look at this size of this thing compared to a GoPro. It's heavy. Barney, out of the way. It doesn't have a flip screen, so the screen you only see from the back. So if you're shooting vlogs like this, it's not all that convenient because you can't actually see in the flip screen what you're shooting to know if the framing is good. But for the photography aspect, it's impeccable. I'm taking my car into the... What is here? I'm taking my car into the car shop because the air conditioning has been broken all summer. I'll tell you what, driving on the highway with the windows down with 3 kids and 2 dogs in the car is less than convenient. And I finally get to break out my low pro camera bag. Boom. Drone, just in case. You never know when you're gonna need a drone. Oh yeah, and an extra lens for the vlogging camera. Slide that off. This comes down here, so it's got, hey, how you doing? So it's got a clip there. Oh yeah, and social media cards. Scooter, helmet, and that's all I need. Let's go. Sure, I don't need to wear a helmet when driving a car, but I am just that safe. Casey, I'm looking at you. I'm joking, I'm not wearing my helmet while driving. I am taking my push scooter from the car repair shop, which is like on the east side of Montreal, all the way to Old Montreal, just for Montreal vlog. All right, so we are in an industrial part of Montreal on the east side. I was gonna take the shuttle service, but I wanna go by the super hospital to show everybody who's not from Montreal what this super hospital looks like. They basically amalgamated all of the hospitals in Montreal into one super hospital. The project cost something like $1.3 billion, and it ran over budget by an alleged $390 million, as a result of which the private consortium that did the work sued the government for the excess, which apparently the private consortium was supposed to shoulder. And it was just revealed recently that the government settled for something like $110 million on the amount claimed on the super hospital. Okay, anyways, now I'm going to get on the scooter and start motoring. Nothing is more Montreal and Quebec than La Belle Province. You know, other than the fact that this looks totally weird, scootering is actually a highly convenient mode of transport. This construction has been going on, I think, for 5 years, over 5 years. This intersection here used to connect the west side of the island with the east side. Now everybody's got to go detour up there. Look behind me. Just endless traffic. The whole city really is basically under construction. Every major intersection and major artery in the city seems to be closed. Detours everywhere. Detour, detour, detour. Just to get across the city takes 45 minutes. Look at here. All right, so that's the super hospital behind us over there. This is as close as we're gonna get today because I'm not crossing back over the tracks or going under the underpass. All right, so as you can probably tell, if you're in Montreal and you want some Korean food, this is the area to do it. It's right in between St. Mathieu and Atwater on St. Catherine Street. Lots of good restaurants here. Got the shot here. Now, I don't get out of the house much, but I've been told that this place is fantastic. Sir?
It is.
How good is Kampai?
I'd say 15 on 10.
Lawlessness. This is lawlessness. It is outright lawlessness, people, I tell you. Okay, I'm heading into Luxy Media because I'm meeting with Rafi, the guy that I... Hello, children! Wow. Yes, I am alive. Booyah. Oh, my hands. Booyah.
There we go. Still doing the thing?
What are you doing?
I'm doing my job. What are you doing?
I'm tapping on the shoulder right now.
I'm about to throw away all my Sony cameras. This is This is the color I get from the Sodis. And then this is what I get from the Canon. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What's the better one from?
This one is 60, the Canon 60.
This is the
Sony A7S.
Sony A7S.
And then, bam!
Well, are you using the same lens?
Yes, we are.
Same aperture?
Yeah.
Same ISO?
Probably not. All factors unequal. The Canon is better.
Yes, he says it while looking into my Nikon. While
Yes.
I have you, do you want to plug any one of your social media pages? Let me just zoom in while you hesitate. There we go.
I think I only have one. I just have the @the_official_chew, which is my Instagram.
CHU?
CHU. Good productive meeting.
Rafi, nice to see you again. Gentlemen, that was my hour for the month. I'll see you next month. It's not as dangerous as it looks. Old Montreal down that way, down Beaver Hall Hill, and I'm gonna go to my old office to pick up some mail. Like the worst version of mail time ever. Let's do this. This was a very fortuitous detour. I wanted to go to the Église Marie-Reine du Monde, this beautiful church on René Lévesque, but there was a funeral going on there, so I couldn't go in. Coming down here, I just heard music. Stopped. Now, the artist, her name is ROXANE Bruneu. Right now, there's a bunch of fans waiting behind, waiting for her to come back and I guess sign autographs. Amazing. The whole band is amazing. The guitarist, drummer, bassist. All right, I've spotted the bass guitarist under the tree. Sir, what's your name?
My name is Marco.
Marco?
Yeah.
Okay, very few people play the bass guitar and actually give me goosebumps. That was amazing. You're amazing. I don't use the word prodigy very often. That was amazing.
Throw that out in the universe so that as many people as you can reach hear this. Thank you very much.
What was the show for?
The company is Québécois. They set up these shows every day at noon, different artists, and today it was us.
The name of the band is called ROXANE Bruneu?
But she's the artist.
Okay.
ROXANE Bruneu. We're freelance musicians, so we play with other artists.
Madam Drummer, what's your name?
Domino.
You were also amazing on drums.
Thank you.
I wanted to play drums when I was a kid, but my parents said they were too noisy. I was actually hoping to be able to interview Roxanne, but she went inside. The stage that she was performing on for however long was directly in the sunlight, and I think she got too much sun. So, unfortunately, no interview. The first thing she's gonna see of this video is this video when I tag her on it and post it on Facebook. Sweet. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that's the architecture of old Montreal. Totally beautiful, totally old. Oh, look at this. Love. This is old Montreal. That's the Notre Dame Cathedral right behind us. That is a replica of the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. This, I think, is a replica of, I want to say the World Trade Center, but it's a replica of another building, I forget which. Then you've got that building right back there, the one that looks like the Empire State Building, which is a replica of the Empire State Building. And that's where I used to work as a lawyer for 7 years. My office was on the 5th floor. Now I'm going inside to see if I've gotten any mail, because I was told that I might have mail at the front desk, and that was the purpose of this journey. Oh yes, there's cobblestone streets, which is not particularly good for scootering. And we had no mail, so sometimes life is not about the destination, just the journey. And by sometimes I mean all the time, always. Life is not about the destination, it is about the journey. And this journey is over unless something happens on the way home, which is more likely than not. Foot on the scooter. Hey. All right, so this is the Église Marie-Reine du Monde. You can see the top of the building behind it. That's where I used to work for 5 or 6 years. On the 8th floor, I would stare out the window at the top of Marie-Reine du Monde. I, in my entire life, had never been inside until one afternoon I decided to go inside. Got basically a dome in there that's maybe 5 stories high. This is where we wanted to go today, but there's a funeral, so we can't actually go inside. We'll just have to save this for another Montreal Monday. Gentlemen. Yeah, and after about 10 kilometers on the scooter and carrying around my Nikon D800 for the entire day, I realized I didn't take one picture with it. Silly me. So right now I'm just gonna go walk the dogs and end this video with some pictures of wherever it is that I walk the dogs. Peace out.
Je me rappelle du temps où j'étais petit cul, je mettais mon tête sur le coin de la rue, j'avais des rêves à perte de vue pour écouter. Je suis battu, j'avais rien devant, j'avais rien, je suis caminant, j'ai de la misère, une belle gueule, je me voyais en l'air, et au fond, je suis vraiment malade. Elle est trop cute! J'ai levé mon doigt dans les airs et j'ai défoncé toutes les barrières. Tout ce que j'ai accompli, je partais de rien, maintenant je suis ici. J'ai pas de remords, j'ai pas de regrets. Je peux sur ma vie puis j'aime le portrait. Tout est gentil, je vais le répéter, mon cœur blessé. Les musiciens, ma petite famille, ceux qui me traitent de princesse à temps perdu. Marco des derniers à la base, c'est la plus gueule. Mathieu Brisset à la guitare. Mets la guitare dans ton dos, je m'en fous, mets la guitare dans ton dos. Mets la guitare dans ton dos. Regardez bien ça, il met la guitare dans son dos.